Senate has approved the Microcredit Act 2021. The legislation is aimed at, among other things, discouraging microcredit institutions from lending money at excessive interest rates that are not justified by the risk, or outlawing predatory lending practices, threats, and intimidation. It will also promote greater transparency and disclosure of pricing and reduce the risk of industry being used for facilitating money laundering.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, who piloted the bill, says the passage of the bill means more opportunities for Jamaicans.
Recognizing that this is intended to lift up and help and protect and to balance that with growth and development. So we do have to recognize. So there are microcredit institutions who will require it. That's how they balance their risk. That's how they run their operations. And maybe, the guy with his $50,000 party and his profit of $200,000, that maybe he's not going to go to that institution. Maybe he'll go to another one that doesn't actually require. So that doesn't require him to prove how he will pay. So this is how the market will operate. So yes, I am and we are in support of market forces, but markets fail, and that's why you regulate. So we're here to protect the failure, which is the inordinate and predatory practices that are being inflicted on our people.
She notes, however, the need of legal and regulatory reform in that area of the financial sector.
The function of someone being charged, and again, this is linked to the point of the AML-CFT framework, etc., as juxtaposed with the pace of our courts. So in the circumstances where an officer or a substantial shareholder, one exercising influence over the operations of the company, is charged with an offense involving fraud or dishonesty, and this is in the assessment of the supervisor, a circumstance which puts its clients at risk, its consumers at risk for one reason or another, even if it could even be the business at risk because of the perception of other financial institutions. One could, if no action could be taken, even in appropriate circumstances, then you could find circumstances where, as we have now, persons are charged and 5 years later you're still waiting for the case to be prosecuted. And in the meantime, who bears the brunt? Either the organization, the company, or the customers or clients of the company. And this is quite narrow. It's offenses involving fraud or dishonesty, and this therefore is not being taken on board. The policy is to empower the supervisor. It does not say that the supervisor shall. It says the supervisor may, and it would certainly be more appropriate, it is felt, that this be left to the discretion.
According to the leader of the government business in the Senate, the Microcredit Act 2021 is necessary for Jamaica to remain in compliance with the Financial Action Task Force and Caribbean Financial Action Task Force. Melvin Pennant, PBCJ News.